Y'all know it's B4. I think you got Chrisean Rock back showing off her chest, back outside in the truck because God knows where this woman lives or if she has a place for her son that is just completely being neglected. I mean, at this point in time, he's going to be turning 3 the following year coming up. And I will feel distraught, bewildered if she did not take necessary steps to keep broadcasting this child online instead of doing the right thing. Hopefully that's so. But you know I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to say, wait a minute, Chrisean. You keep telling me that you don't live in your car. Where do you live? Where do you get your furniture from? Well, guess what rooms to go? What where do you go? I go to El Dorado. You know what? Let's get right into the video. This is just her driving around in the car.
You wanna go back? Niggas hate they try. Go back.
All right, I don't know who the hell she's talking to, but I'm finna play this music.
Swear. Why? Spin that block.
Look at it. She says, spin that block. It's a fan. Didn't I tell you, spin that block? Because God does not sit well with this woman. The Most High God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Got to make sure that when you're speaking about God, you talk about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Just like when you say Lord, you got to make sure that you're saying the Lord of Lords, the King of Kings, because Baal means Lord. And I showed y'all that in the last video. Also, just saying God alone, it's like that can mean a plethora. That can be Elohim. It can be plural. So you got to be careful when you're just saying God. There's many gods. That's why he said, don't put no other gods before me. And he said, that's why God presides in the assembly of the mighty ones. He presides there. He judged amongst the gods. So you got to make sure that she's speaking about it. But her showing off her body like this and the willingness to go outside, because you already know that she's hurting deep inside. Because that dude got a golden retriever. That's why he was talking about that. He was talking about the retriever, the Vea. He knew he always had her in his back pocket. But Jay don't give a damn. She ain't going to go online and complain. She going to stay offline. She's going to say, hey, whenever he need to come over and get a meal, play with the kids, that's all I need. And she took her role. But this is truly sad of Chrisean, because I don't understand. Like, at the end of the day, you did all this bullshit, but then you neglect Junior. You don't work with him. You don't show the progress. You don't show yourself initiating the contact that is vital for him to reach his milestones. We don't see that, but we always see her willing to be out fucking side, man. This is what we always got to see. I'm not finna play all that damn music shit. I don't. But as you can see, she back with the BS. And then she always got somebody else around her. It's like, just like in the last video, the other dude, like, you don't know where these people be coming from. You know what she's trying to display. You know what she's trying to promote. So you can tell what she's trying to promote. It's easy. Come on, man. The God, but it just really terrible. This is ungodly as hell. But you know why? Whenever she needs y'all to sympathize with her, for y'all to feel good about, whatever she's doing in life or the decision that she made, she gonna go back to church. Yahweh, it's only one way, it's God's way. It's gonna go right back to that, and y'all gonna be like, man, she's an amazing person. But that's what y'all gonna do. And that's truly sad, man. But let's go to the next clip, man. This is why she tripping, y'all. I told y'all all the time. This is the reason.
Okay. You good?
You look so pretty.
That's a golden
Right there.
Yeah, that's a golden retriever. And that's where his attention is. That's where he want to be for the time. You already know how Blueface is. But hey, he is focused on the dogs. That's what he calls them. He's focused on the dogs. And Chrisean is cowabunga! It's cowabunga! Cowabunga, like what? It just, when you look at it, it just shows you just how inconsistent some people are in their lives. Rather than to get on the right track and stop needing people to view you, to value you, to validate you, why don't you just do what's necessary in your life and progress? And then you will realize how many times people will, that treated you wrong, or people that, had ill will and intentions for you, will turn over a new leaf. Now, with this chick, Blueface mom was talking about how she uses voodoo, hoodoo, things of that nature, right? So listen to this again.
Magic people that do voodoo, they gonna tell us how to do the voodoo, how to get the voodoo off. Okay, we gonna learn on my podcast. Y'all gonna be ready, okay? Here, if you want to learn how to get these.
I ain't trying to learn shit about no damn voodoo. Number one, you don't do evil for evil. See, evil will slay the wicked. Even the Bible tells you that. I suffer a witch not to live. And the Most High actually said as well that I would cut witchcraft out of their hand, and they would be no longer able to cast spells to do soothsaying. Now, when you look at this is how people make themselves unclean, or you can tell the dibbling dabbling with voodoo is people trying to make it seem like a positive thing. Remember, negative spiritual energy is magic. Perverted spiritual energy is magic. All those things, necromancy, divination, palm reading, stargazing, all that is a negative side of spirituality combined with sin. So when she's saying that, I'm going to show you the way how to protect your kids, no, you're damning people. He said there should not be a necromancer. There should not be a palm reader. There should not be nothing found among you in the Bible. And you're trying to tell people, number one, there's one thing to call the girl that he's dealing with a voodoo queen or whatever. But why would you turn around and use voodoo? That's like how they told Christ when he was healing the blind and the sick and all them. And he said, you cast out demons with Beelzebub. Beelzebub is a demon. Christ looked at them and said, what are you talking about? Why would Satan divide his own household? Why would I use the power of the devil to cast out devils? You make no sense. And this is what she's doing right here. Telling you to protect your kids with the very thing that's attacking your kids. Man, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, man. Come on. And this is a deity that they say that they practice, right? Oshun or whatever, Oshun, likely refers to a powerful and beloved Yoruba goddess. And when I think about the Yoruba, right, I think about the situation with Michael B. Jordan. If y'all remember the movie he played in Sinners, right? He did an interview and he was saying how he's a Bawalawu. Now, let me see if I can pull that up right quick. I want to get too off top, but before we do that, look at this here. I'm pretty sure
Hollywood. What you want?
Yeah, but y'all know this already. Y'all already know that. But a lot of people think it's a love spell and all the other shit because of the thing that she's capable of. It might be something. Well, my spell didn't work before. Why didn't it work? Because for real, I mixed it with dew instead of other stuff. I'm like, well, number one, you shouldn't be doing voodoo. And if you put Mountain Dew in there, I think that's safe. Well, it depends. Because I can mix dew with dew. Now, let me see what this is here. Now, I just want to type this in because I want to show you the relation of this girl here. I want to show you the situation. What that means. Here we go. Now watch this, y'all. See if I can put this.
Stands for Bakari, which means of noble promise.
Correct. You know your stuff.
All right. Who gave you that name, and how do you think it shaped the man? Michael B. Jordan. The B stands for Bakari, which means of noble promise.
Correct. You know your stuff.
All right. Who gave you that name, and how do you think it shaped the man you are today?
I'm a Babalawo, and my mom, when I was born, I got the name, fresh out the womb, and I just try to, live in that purpose,
He said, I'm a bubble. He tried to say it real quick. I'm the bubble. We rebuke that. We renounce that right then and there. We renounce it in Yahweh to be uprooted. Now, when you look at him saying, I'm a bubble, a lot of these people in Hollywood weird, like to portray these type of things, and that's how they get movies. That's how they get roles. That's how they're able to excel and reach higher heights than the average individual. And that's what they do. That's their job, to do sacrifices, to, to look in a mirror and do all types of reading. What I want to show you guys with this Oshun deity, right? West Africans, a lot of people don't realize that the Canaanite people are not the black people of America. That's another thing I got to bring up for you guys. A lot of people don't realize. I'm going to pull that up in a minute, though. It's in the Bible. And symbols like gold, yellow, peacock. She's about. Now watch this. Remember I was talking about Oshun and Yoruba and all that stuff, right? Now when you go into the Bible, look what it says: a high priest, right, of the Yoruba people, serving as a spiritual guide, healer, and diviner, whatever, who interrupts whatever messages through scarce divination using tools. Remember, the Bible tells you that there should be no incantation against Jacob. There should be no divination against the nation of Israel. So when you look at these things, spiritual guidance, what is this? They use divination off the rip. Look at this right here. Divination off the rip uses what? To reveal destiny, diagnose problems, and offer solutions. Counsels individuals, helping them navigate life, complexities, conflicts, and decisions. Creates spiritual medicines and performs rituals for healing and restoration. Conducts rites of passage like wedding, funerals, and initiation. Like, let me tell you something. This is crazy. This is craziness. But people think, oh yeah, maybe it's getting culture. No, this is not the culture that you want to look in. I mean, before people get too far left, I just want to pull this up right quick. What is it? Shem, Japhet, Ham. Yeah, Ham. Father. Oh, progenitor. Sorry, I put that wrong. It's progenitor. Progenitor of the dark race. Let me see. Ham, the progenitor of the dark races. Now let's get the Bible out. I gotta get some images going. All right, here it is. This is always in people's Bibles in the dictionary. If you got the older Bibles, you'll see this. It says this right here. I can pull it up in another. It's usually in the Bible when you see it like right there. But this is a clearer thing. Let's go up and get that back. Now, Ham. You got Shem, Japhet, and Ham. One of the three sons that survived the flood with Noah. Now, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood, he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and the Canaanites. Now, listen, the Negroes, no, because Shem is the father, the progenitor of the Negroes, which is the nation of Israel. Like, so, you got the 12 tribes of Jacob. That's where Shem comes from. But a lot of people don't realize that. And so they think that they're a part of that Canaanite culture, that Libyans, the Ethiopians, they think they're a part of their so-called, Gnostic beliefs. That's what they believe. And when you look at this, the reason I'm showing you this is because people get so intertwined in this stuff. Another aspect, so let's go on here, right? Scrying, this is what they do as well. The practice of seeking knowledge of the future or hidden truths by gazing into a reflective source like a crystal ball, mirror, water, or even flames. Yeah, inducing a trance-like state to receive visions or insight. This stuff is deep. This stuff is deep. I'm telling you, this stuff is really deep. But a lot of people will ignore what's going on in his life. And that girl that Blueface is dealing with, and even his mom, like, you start thinking about people, she want to talk about that girl and whoever, but she's literally doing the same shit.
Voodoo's off your kids. If you want to learn something, go on over there. I'm going to interview the voodoo lady, the voodoo queen, how to get the shit off you.
And you see how they take it as a joke. God is the way, the truth, and the life. You don't go to no voodoo queen. You go to the king. The way, the truth, and the life. You don't go to no voodoo king. So Chrisean over there crashing out, talking about she getting the furniture from El Dorado. Where you get it from, Chrisean? You already know. I do, kid. Shut up. It's Eldorado. And it got a lot of cup holders for my dude. Sneeze. I do. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about this shit. This shit is out of control, and I am up out of there.